Did you notice that a lot of standards that men talk about are not actual standards, and they only work one direction, conveniently? For example, they want 50-50, but still want to be the man of the house. Girl talks to a rich man, she's a gold digger. A man does it, he's networking. Men say they don't want a girl who's too available, but then they'll try to sleep with you on a first date. If she asks a man for something, she's using him. If she runs a business, she's too masculine. To girls together, that's hot. To men, that's weird. Men want an independent woman until she stops needing them. And girls, it's not confusion. It's called control. So it's not a standard. It's a version of reality that only benefits man.
Welcome to The Wall. Today we're bringing you modern women furious at men for not being the successful providers they believe they deserve. But before we begin, make sure to leave a like and drop your comment below. Your support helps this content keep growing. Let's get started.
I think women are hindering themselves from finding love by having a fucking checklist. There's a list to check every time you go out on a date, right? Is he 6'4"? Does he make fucking $100,000 a year? Does he, I don't know, whatever the fucking case is, right? And that checklist means nothing, because somebody can check all of that, can literally check your entire checklist, and you just have no connection with him. You don't love him. And I genuinely think being with someone and not loving them is fucking terrible. It's a horrible experience. I genuinely don't know how people even do it. I don't even know how you, it's just cold. It's bitter. There's no love. There's no warmth. Focus on falling in love. I'm not saying go fucking, be with a bum. But, stop focusing on all these fucking details. Just fucking go love someone, bro.
There needs to be a study done on how detrimental dating apps are for men specifically by giving them the illusion of infinite choice. And that harms everybody because women are the ones who choose. Evolutionarily, women are the ones who pick their partners. Women are the ones in heterosexual relationships who choose who they reproduce with. But when men approach dating and relationships like they're playing a slot machine at the casino, just one more pull, just one more date, just one more woman, then I'm going to win the jackpot, then I'm going to find the one. No, that's not how it works. All women are the jackpot. The woman is the prize when she picks you. That's how you win. When she picks you, when she chooses you, when she loves you, that's when you win. You don't get to choose. As men, you are not the ones choosing. That's why when you get on your dating app and you have 3 likes and we have hundreds of likes, we're the ones choosing. That's how this works. You just have to be a good enough man that's worth being chosen. That's the best you can hope for. And when somebody picks you, when someone chooses you, you hold on to that and you cherish that and you keep that for the rest of your life. Because what ends up happening is men's wives will get diagnosed with breast cancer and they leave them at alarming rates because they have the illusion of infinite choice. They think that they are the prize. And I say this with love and respect and admiration and appreciation for men. You're not the prize. That's why you have 3 likes and I have 200. I am the prize. I am the one people are fighting over. You just have to be good enough, worth being chosen, and loved by a good woman. Otherwise, you're going to be alone and lonely and at 45. Your choice.
The only way and reason that relationships with men last is because a woman is constantly forgiving. She's constantly showing grace. She's constantly patient. She's constantly making excuses for his actions or his shortcomings. That's it. And most importantly, it's because you are putting him at the focal point of your life. He is centered. Men would not be with women otherwise. So for women pretending that they are not doing this with men, that they are strong and tough and they're not letting man get over on them, that's impossible because men will not be with you otherwise. Men are only with women for the benefits. They're not ordinarily or usually with you because of who you are as a person, your heart, your soul, your personality, and things like that. They are with you for the benefits. You center men and men center themselves. Women always have to be put on the back burner in order for a relationship to work. And it's the only reason that relationships work is because a woman will put herself second in order to keep a relationship going and in order to keep that title with a man. And men are extremely aware of this.
God damn it! You can't make this shit up!
You can't spend your 20s having a hoe phase and expect that there will be good men waiting for you when you're done. We live in this culture that celebrates women putting off commitment until later. Like, your 20s are meant to be sleeping around and partying. Average age of settling down, getting married, having kids, those are all becoming later and later. Women who get married young, have kids, they're told that they're naive, that they're missing out, that they're like wasting time. You need to live for yourself first. All those like catchphrases that we use. A lot of women listen and they go through these phases during their 20s, but then the narrative shifts when they hit their 30s and they look around and they're like, wait, where are all the good men? Like, you just can't find a good man. The dating scene is horrible. You hear women complaining about that all the time, and nobody wants to be honest about that phenomenon and what just happened. The dating pool isn't static. It doesn't just stay the same. People form relationships, people get married, people have families, and they get out of there. Men who are stable and intentional and want something serious, they're not just like in this untouched pool waiting for later. And of course, I know there's gonna be people that are gonna comment and be like, well, I met my soulmate after decades of partying and it's like, he's an amazing guy that was just waiting, or I know so-and-so got married in their 50s. Okay, those are like exceptions to the rule. That doesn't usually happen. If you don't wanna settle down, you don't wanna get married, whatever, this message isn't for you, but the people who actually want like good, decent men and who want to build families with these men, they're not just sitting around waiting for later. You're not going to get into your 30s and be like, oh, the great men, they're here waiting. No, they either A, already got married and settled down with someone, or B, they haven't found someone yet, but they still have very high standards and they're not going to settle for somebody who has been partying around for decades and then now wants them. They'll just go for someone younger. A lot of women don't want to hear that and they don't like that, but it's the truth, whether you like it or not.
First, dating apps only really benefit the top 20% of men. And yes, women get more attention, but that's because most men are swiping right like there's no tomorrow on every profile they see. Out of those 200 matches, if she finds even one guy willing to give her a real relationship, that's already a lot. The other 199 just want to sleep with her. Second, the women chasing the 666 apocalypse standard. A man who's 6 feet tall, makes 6 figures, and has a six-pack, end up alone. There simply aren't enough rich men for the massive number of broke women looking for them. And finally, when that man actually does show up, why would he choose a woman with high mileage? Most women over 30 who hit the wall are the same ones who spent their younger years partying or climbing the corporate ladder while letting their best years pass by. So why would a man in his prime choose a 30-year-old when he can date a 25-year-old instead? It's common sense.
Women.
When I tell you that I have zero interest in dating ever again, I mean that. Like, there is not a single thought in the back of my mind that thinks, oh, maybe one day or what if. Like, I've dated enough men on the spectrum of good guy to doesn't give a shit to know that they have nothing I want or need. And it's at the point where I can't even imagine myself on a date with a man because the thought of asking him how his day was makes me cringe. Like, number one, I don't care. And number two, if you tell me it was bad, I'm going to assume you deserved it. Like, that's where my head's at. And I know people think I'm projecting when I talk about how happy I am to be single and free, but as long as there are women and girls who are forced into marriages or who feel like they can't leave for financial reasons or their own safety, I feel like being single as a woman is the ultimate privilege. I just don't know what a man could provide me at this point. Like, companionship, like I have my dog and my friends. Intimacy, like are they even good at that? If you've never been in a long-term relationship before, you might not realize how fast that shit fades. Who's gonna take care of you when you're older? I am so focused on eating healthy, rarely drinking, lifting weights that hopefully I can take care of myself for as long as possible. But beyond that, I invest in my friendships where we look out for each other. And how many men do you know who are excellent caregivers, especially to older women? I actually have so few problems now that I don't date. Like, I'm way less anxious. I spend less on therapy. My pH is balanced. The thing is, being with a man will always include some sort of compromise. And if that's what you want, power to you. For me, I never want to compromise again. And I don't have to when I'm on my own.
As a licensed therapist of over 2 decades, I am continually hearing just how low the bar really is for men. So many clients I've worked with over the years, as long as their partners are not literal rapists or abusers, they will let just about anything slide. And this is how so many women have ended up staying married for decades, because they believe that these men are as good as it gets. Never mind that they don't know their kids' teachers or their pet medications or how to clean the house or how to cook dinner or how to clean up after themselves or how to do laundry or how to do just about anything. As long as they're not being physically assaulted, then everything's fine. And I'm just really confronted with that reality sometimes, that women have historically had to accept the bare minimum in a partner. But today, in 2026, women don't need men for literally anything. Nothing. Women have careers, women travel on their own, they have children on their own. Men are not as needed as they were 50 years ago. And I think that's a really scary and confronting thought to a lot of different people.
Gotcha, bitch!
And that's the therapist with 2 decades of experience. Imagine how many women ended up alone because of her advice. One thing I've noticed is that once women pass 30, they always fall into that mindset of, I don't need a man, I'm better off alone, all men are trash. It's envy. Envy from not having a man in their life, not having a relationship, so they say those things to protect themselves. They constantly announce to the world how happy they are being single, how they have the gym and their girlfriends, how they don't need a man. To me, that's basically screaming at the top of their lungs that they desperately want a husband. Brothers, the wall never forgives.
One of the things that my partner does for me that would send a bare minimum low effort man into a coma is absolutely every single business deal that he does, he cuts me into the deal. So any earnings that he gets from a business deal that he does, I get a percentage of that deal. Reasoning for this was, if I am here holding down the fort, I am investing so much into him, right? Because as we all know, feminine energy is not something you can hold. It's not tangible. And so all of this investment that you do to sit down with him, talk to him, be available, when you get a direct debit, you don't feel like you are growing with him because the direct debit is staying the same. So the direct debit should be increasing as the business increases and grows. And also you should be getting a cut into every single business deal that he does as a percentage for your efforts that he should be noticing. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is because this is your new standard. This is exactly what you need to be expecting from your partner. Now, granted, my partner and I are engaged. We are building a life together. This is something that you seriously need to be implementing when you are seriously building a life with your partner, because the best couples and the best relationships only work when you genuinely feel like you are experiencing the wins together.
I only date men that are providers because why would I be with somebody when I can provide those exact items for myself? If I'm moving in with a man, I'm not paying rent. If he owns that house and he's getting equity and I'm paying rent, I should get the equity. And if I'm not paying rent. Having a woman live with you exponentially makes your life easier and better. It is just a fact. If you want your woman to look good, you need to pay for her self-maintenance. That means her nails, her hair, her workouts. You can't expect a woman to be working 40 hours a week and then also look like and act like a girl. So unless a man is making my life significantly easier, he's letting me be in my feminine, he is being a provider, he's letting me be a woman to be just a girl, why would I be dating you? Because at this point, I can do X, Y, and Z by myself. I can provide for myself. So in order to date me, you're going to have to take over the provider role and you have to let me be a lady. And the funny thing is the people that will disagree with me are going to be the broke boys, the ones who are calling you gold diggers. I mean, you can't be a gold digger when you can buy these things yourself. The only people that are gold digging are the ones that are going 50-50. Think about it. How pathetic is it for you to be a man and you can't provide? Like, what is the point of you being a man if you're not providing?
Oh, hell no!
The blonde woman is partly right. The moment you commit to a woman, she becomes your partner in life. But don't let love make you stupid. You can have a woman who supports you, give her a salary, help her through your business. But making her an official business partner? That's probably not a good idea. The more money some women see, the more their attitude changes. Not all of them are like that. And if she truly loves you, it's different. But looking at the divorce statistics and the number of women who have emptied their husband's shared bank accounts, I'd be a lot more careful with that. The second woman is simply a girl with father issues looking for a man to fill that void. Not every woman makes your life easier. Some just become a very expensive liability. Only the man paying the bills knows what that arrangement really costs. And trust me, this whole provider role turns into a nightmare when the woman beside you is a financial black hole in your life. We've reached the end of the video, but before we go, the questions are for you. Why do modern women demand an exceptional man when they offer nothing exceptional in return? Has a woman ever asked for part of your business or access to your money before building anything with you? If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to keep creating more content. Stay tuned for the next video from the wall.